I would like to invite Dr. Bhante Pala to talk about Buddhism philosophy and the deep knowledge that he has in terms of impermanence, non-self, emptiness, non-duality, suffering, dukkha, and direct investigation. And I would really like to learn from him too, Dr.
Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Thank you. I'm so happy to come here today to spend a few hours with our Nepali friends. And of course, you want me to talk about the Buddhist doctrine and philosophy and the topics that he suggested. You know, these topics require hours and hours. And in fact, I teach a summer course on these topics. Like each topic requires at least 2 hours. So we don't have that much time, but I would like to touch upon the essence of the Buddha's teaching relevant to today's crisis or whatever we are experiencing now. My connection with the Nepali friends goes back to early 80s when I was a novice monk. Like I was born in Bangladesh, and after my novice ordination, my teachers sent me to Sri Lanka for monastic education. So I was sent to a huge monastery in Colombo, and in that monastery, as the monastery had a group of Bengali novice monks, it also had a group of novice monks from Nepal. And so we, one of them is actually, he has been an MP for some time, Ananda Bhante Ananda. He's one of our colleagues. And also, in our monastic college, we had a tough competition between me and the one Nepali monk, Bhante Sankicha and me. Both of us would get 100 out of 100. So both of us got double promotions twice. And so that means, I had the privilege of finishing my first degree at the age of 17 because of double promotions. Now, I came here in 1994, then that monk who was competing with me, actually he was such a wonderful, ideal monk. I respect him so much. He's so serene and calm, tall, and as is natural in Nepal, he's naturally a handsome Buddhist monk.
Wow.
And very calm, very happy, very peaceful. His name is Bhante Sankicha. He has been featured in Sri Lankan national calendars as a young monk who is looking very calm and serene. And now he is the professor of Sanskrit at the #1 university in Sri Lanka. And so I'm here. I also got the tenure position at U of T, and I was given this full-time teaching job at Emmanuel College at U of T. But I came here to take the job, and after 1 hour conversation with the principal, and I said no to that job. And my friend Michael Weldon was there with me. Now I did that for a reason. of course, I'm a Buddhist monk, and I have been practicing the teachings of the Buddha from, of course, at the beginning it was a traditional Buddhism that I practiced. But then, as I became a novice monk at the age of 10, then I started practicing Buddhism seriously with the other monks in Sri Lanka. We were given a very strict monastic training with the monastic education and also the secular education. So then, growing up as a monk was very tough. At the age of 10, 11, 12, you know nothing about the real life, the society. But as we started growing up, we became interested in the, what people are interested in, right? Boys, girls, and movies, and playing out, and all these things. But then, I was going through some hard time. I was thinking of living the monastic life. But before making that major decision, I talked to one of my meditation teachers, whom I respect very much, and he meditated those days. I have witnessed that. Out of 24 hours, he would meditate 22 hours. He was such an ardent meditation practitioner who was very kind, compassionate, loving, who cared for us so much. So I went to him and said, "Venerable Sir, I'm getting this kind of thoughts. I don't think I'm being a good novice monk." And so because I started feeling guilty about having some mundane thoughts. And then he said, Saranpala, don't worry. It's okay. You're not enlightened yet. As unenlightened monks, of course, we all get such thoughts. That's why you need to meditate more. So he taught me some meditation techniques. And so I was okay. At least I found some comfort in his counseling. And I focused on studies. Then I came here with the invitation of our abbot of our temple in Mississauga. And then I started going to the University of Toronto. I had my B Honours in religious studies, Western philosophy, and also psychology. And then I did my master's degree in religious studies at the McMaster University. And then I also did my PhD at U of T in religious studies. So I was qualified for a tenure position, and in fact, they want me to come back. But time to time, I go and do some guest lectures. Now I said no to that job for a couple of reasons. First of all, I have realized, after teaching meditation and Dharma to people in this country for past 22 years, here in Canada, also in the States, and also time to time in Europe, I do a Euro teaching tour every summer. So after getting involved in the teaching, he said, what Buddha did was, he said, here's the problem of the existence. I see this because I practice meditation. This problem had been there for years of a lifetime. And even today is the same. And he said, this problem is called dukkha. Dukkha means, it's come from two words, dut and ka. Du in Pali and Sanskrit means difficult. That's upasarga, the prefix. And ka means to do, or bear, or handle. So dukkha simply means something difficult to handle, something difficult to do. So now, you don't need to be a Buddhist to understand this. Forget about your labels. Give up your labels. Take yourself as a human being. As a human being, we, of course, know that there is so many things so difficult to handle in our life. Emotionally, physically, of course, when we get sick, when we get old, we are talking about the age, like 80 years and something like that. And the death, So, of course, we see this every day because we conduct the funeral service. We do the compassionate visits to hospitals and senior homes. And we are witnessing the old age, how people are suffering. So then these are difficult to handle in life. And especially the emotional pain, the mental difficulty is, when Buddha described the suffering, one phrase that he used, Yam pichang na labati tampi dukhan. Not getting what you want is suffering. Is so difficult to handle in life. Now you relate this to yourself. What's your wish? What do you want? Well, if you don't get what you want, that makes you miserable. So craving, the desire, wanting more, is the heat. Because the Buddha realized, uno loco atito tanha daso. Uno loco, you people always feel incomplete. Although you have everything, although you're a millionaire, you still feel incomplete. You want to be a double millionaire now, and triple millionaire. So it goes on and on, on and on. Uno loco atito, never satisfied. Tanha daso. We human beings have become slaves to their own cravings. So because of this, people are suffering big. So the Buddha said the only way to remove this suffering from existence is to follow this particular path. He said, this is what I did. I know I'm a privileged prince. I'm a privileged person. I'm come from the palace. I had everything. I had the most beautiful woman in my life, and I had a child. I had all these beautiful people. I was going to be the next the universal king, and I had everything in my life. I had 3 palaces for 3 different seasons, and I gave up this privileged life because I saw something in it. And so the Buddha said, okay, this is the very reason that I renounced the world, as our friend MC said, during this reality of this society, old age, sickness, death, and the sannyasi, of course, when he encountered the sannyasi, the sage, he asked this question. He said, sir, you looking so calm, you looking so different. You seem to be happy. What are you searching? What's the lifestyle you living? Then the sannyasi said, look, my friend, I was a millionaire. Because Seti, I was a millionaire, I had everything. I was married, I had children, I was a super rich business person. But nothing made me happy. So I renounced everything. Now I'm searching the way to good, the way to the truth. It is known in those days, even in Pali we call it King Kusala Gavesi. What is the way to good, the wholesome? King Satya Gavesi, what is the way to truth? Then this is what I'm doing as a renouncer, as a sannyasi. Then Prince Siddhartha thought, wow, this is what I should be doing. Right? So he got some inspiration and motivation. He renounced the privileged life and became a sannyasi, started searching the way to truth by going after different teachers. And he was not happy. Of course, he mastered their teachings, but he realized this is not what I'm looking for. But I'm looking for the complete freedom from suffering. So then he followed other paths, the extreme paths, practices like known as the Dushkara Kriya, the severe asceticism, and that also did not lead him to what he was looking for. Then he said, look, now I had my privileged life, material life, that did not lead me to what I was looking for. Now I have followed the extreme path, that also did not lead me to what I'm looking for. So I have to find a middle way. So then he said, okay, I found a new place here in this forest. Let me sit under this Bodhi tree, the tree of enlightenment, and let me go inside. Now, Buddha realized in this meditation, the problem is not out there. Problem is right here inside. So what he developed, what he discovered, this is such a wonderful gift to the world today. This is why the modern psychologists and neuroscientists and scientists are falling in love with Buddhism for this reason. The therapy, this healing, the medicine the Buddha discovered is called the Satipatthana. What is it? Satipatthana. Satipatthana meditation. It is known in today as the mindfulness meditation. Now what is this meditation? Is it instead of looking outside, right? Like train yourself to look inside. When you look inside, tension is gone, stress is starting to melt, and then body relaxes, mind calms down, and when body relaxes, when mind calms down, and with the stability of the body and mind, you are able to see the things as they really are. All you need to do is just become aware. Don't give an emotional reaction to what is happening. Like when you get angry, don't look at the person who is causing the anger. Just look at yourself. Buddha's point is, how am I, let's say, you're my enemy, let's say, for example. So I think this would be good for our ambassador too, right? Maybe this is going to be a life-changing experience for you. Let's say, I'm not saying that you're my enemy, okay? You're my friend. Just for 1 minute, let me take you as my enemy, okay? Let's say you're my enemy, and your presence maybe could cause an anger in me. So then I have to understand, instead of looking at you, I have to look at myself. When I look at myself, of course, although you're here, I have to train myself, how am I looking at Mr. Ambassador? Oh, I'm looking at him with this anger, this emotion. My goodness, anger is bad. Bad, not saying it's bad. Anger causes suffering, pain. Do I want to suffer? Do I want to live a miserable life? Then I realize, no, I don't want to live a miserable life. In fact, I want to be happy. So instead of looking at you, now I look at myself, how I am reacting to your presence in this home.